another moment to share some entrepreneurial thoughts. The entrepreneurial journey is quite a long one, and it's unending, because day in, day out, new ideas keep coming up as a result of innovation and creativity. And so it will be quite a challenge to want to think that there is an end to entrepreneurship. The entrepreneurial journey is a long one, and it's quite a rough terrain in terms of challenges that you might be facing day in, day out. You'll be having your high times, you'll be having your low times, and it's a mix. And as a result of that, getting into the entrepreneurial ecosystem, you might psych yourself up in knowing that it's a field of challenges. It has its rosy sides, it has its challenging sides, and the challenging sides are almost always an aspect to expect, because you can never take it away from the spice of entrepreneurship. And so as you get yourself ready to become an entrepreneur, as a startup entrepreneur, just bear in mind some of these factors. That the fact that you have an idea that looks so rousy, that means so interesting, and you feel so much passionate about and see it becoming a reality, you don't doubt its potency and its abilities, doesn't mean that once you start implementation, you get it running as smooth as you saw it in your mind. Usually you see ideas so bright, so clear, so vivid, so sweet, so interesting in your mind, and you see it rolling up so smoothly when you start implementation. All this become the idea stage, but it becomes a different ball game altogether when you start the implementation. It is during the implementation that you begin to realize that exactly as you saw it, it is still same. But you must remember, you are the custodian of that idea, and you see all the good and bad sides of it. But immediately the idea drops into the system to operate, what you saw as being such a viable idea could easily be condemned by somebody. All right? Could easily be misinterpreted by somebody. It's an idea that you see so good, but you introduce that idea to somebody, you start selling that product out to somebody, and it's like, what is this? Those are the point in times that you begin to have some senses of frustration coming in. Your pricing might not be attractive to others, irrespective of how much time you've invested into bringing up that idea, and frustration begins to pop up. The rate of purchase of the product, as you anticipated, might not be running as quick as you thought. Frustration begins to set in. Your projections and plans, as you had it in your business plan, might not be coming forth as you planned it. Frustration begins to set in. And so these are various stages, practical stages, that comes your way as an entrepreneur, especially a startup entrepreneur who have a very brilliant idea, nurturing it and getting it implemented on the field. These are some of the practical things that you encounter, of which if you don't take care, it might kill that zeal and passion in you of your dream, and you might end up giving up. And so, as a startup entrepreneur, you need to anticipate some of such practical experiences that you might be going through with your idea as you venture onto the field to begin to practice and implement your idea. And so challenges can never be taken away from the entrepreneurial journey. No matter how lofty your idea might look, it has its own challenges that goes with it. And so don't get lost with too much positivity without taking into consideration the downsides of your idea, and lose the sight of getting prepared of the challenges that you might face. If you get prepared with the challenges that you might face, you make provision for them such that when they come up, it doesn't become a surprise. It would have been factored into your growth plan, and so it becomes a normal role in rolling up your business into the system. So take note of this and organize yourself well as you venture into entrepreneurship.